Hi everybody, welcome to episode 6 of All About Paisley podcast. We're now on location, on tour at the Old Swan with our very special Halloween podcast. And we have the amazing people at the Scottish Ghost Company with us. So thanks very much for coming along. We're going to do a wee ghost hunt of the Swan. So the Swan notoriously has up to 5 spirits in the cellar and round about here. So I just wanted to chat to the guys. So this is Yvonne, David and Helen, who's just at a shop. So you just tell us a wee bit about yourselves and how you came about forming as an organisation.
Okay, well, we came together about 4 years ago. Prior to that, we had worked for another national ghost hunting team, and we left, and then COVID happened.
Oh yes.
So we just kind of tinkered through the kind of COVID times and the restrictions and things, and we went and done our own thing. And then eventually, when all the restrictions lifted, we managed to get venues and we started running our public events ourselves.
Amazing.
So we set up on our own, really, because of COVID, really.
Yeah.
So you have events that people come and attend to, and you do ghost hunts?
Yeah.
How many people come on average, do you know?
We try and keep it to around about 20-25 guests, excluding the crew.
Right.
We find that sometimes when there's too many guests and too many people in attendance, things that are a bit quieter and things get missed. So we try and keep it to as minimal guests as we possibly can.
Amazing.
To try and maximise on activity and space. Really.
And you've got some equipment here, but so what's the kind of spookiest thing that's ever happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, we have investigated over 100 venues.
100? Wow.
Yeah.
Just getting spooky records on the phone, get that record there.
It's funny because we've all, and I mean, every one of us have got a different story to tell about their scariest venue and things. For me, mine is Jedburgh Jail.
Right. What happened?
Well, we've been there a few times and it's never disappointed yet. We have had crew taken unwell and having to be brought out of areas. We've had
really? Wow.
David as a medium closing one of the areas down because it was just too dark.
I've only ever had to do that twice in all these years.
And Jedburgh was one of them?
Dangerous.
Wow. Very dangerous.
Right, so I guess the nature of the spirits in that kind of location, they're not going to be priests.
This particular spirit was on the demonic side.
Wow. Right.
And was picking on guests and crew one by one.
Oh, really?
As it happened that night, that was my vigil area, that cell block. And as the night went on, more and more guests were starting to drop. And eventually, Yvonne had the base room, kind of like a ward.
Right. Wow.
There was at least 6 guests and crew.
There was 3 crew and the rest were guests.
Yeah, I was constantly having to radio because people were just dropping.
And do you ever get scared yourselves?
We don't get scared, we get asked that quite a lot. I think I get spooked.
Right.
Yeah.
Particularly when David and I are out on a Saturday night on our own and we're in abandoned buildings and there's maybe a noise and I get a bit spooked. I don't really get scared as such.
Because we were somewhere recently and both of us heard footsteps and voices. This place was abandoned in the middle of nowhere and we thought there were other living people had came into the building. There was nobody there, but we were spooked.
So I was a wee bit spooked.
Did you ever get worried about taking something home? So my wife's Egyptian, and obviously she comes from the land of jinns and stuff like that. So she said, "Don't be too scared or get yourself possessed." I'm like, "Oh, thanks very much. Just have more confidence." But so you ground yourselves and stuff like that to begin with. So and at the end, do you cleanse of some kinds?
Yeah, we do.
Right. So there's no worry of taking anything home.
No, we don't really worry about it.
Of course,
that kind of thing's very, very rare.
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen.
And I have to say, you're very professional in the amount of equipment. Could we just have a wee chat about what these items are and what the purpose of each?
Can I be honest, this is just a tiny little amount of equipment that we actually could carry
in
the one little bag
blown away
here tonight. So we have your controversial Ouija
board, which was more important than Monopoly at one point.
I know,
it was,
you're absolutely right. Communication boards, spirit boards, whatever you want to call them. I mean, we use them. We've used them for a long time. We know how to use them. We know how to use them safely. We don't ever tell anyone to use them at home or anything like that. We know how to open them. We know how to close them, and we certainly know when to come off them if there was an issue. We do have different types of boards. a lot of people don't particularly like this one because it's your traditional board.
Right.
For some reason they get a bit freaked out, so we tend to use this nice one here, which is an angel board. Exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
It's got your letters and your numbers and things
And
like that.
it's just a channel to the spirit world.
Exactly, it's the same as every other piece of equipment that's sitting in front of us here.
And it's also about intent as well.
What type of spirit it has and what their kind of context are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fascinating.
I mean, any tool that you're using to communicate with spirit, you're asking them to come forward. It's the exact same as a board. It's the exact same thing, only using a planchette.
And it's just probably just pop culture.
Absolutely.
Or Exorcist.
Yep.
I said to my wife, I'm going to eat some mushy peas. Why? Well, just in case I'm sick, you know.
So yes, we do use boards. If there are a lot
Craig
of
behind the camera.
there are a lot of venues that don't allow us to use boards, and we've got to respect that. That's totally fine. We're not allowed to use them on ships. Any of the ships that we've been on doing investigations.
Yeah, they don't like them,
They don't like them.
Oh, really?
So we don't use them, and we tend to just use yes and no. So maybe one little light for yes, and one little light for no. We ask spirit to move whatever you've got in the middle back toward the glass to yes or no. So that's another way if you don't want to use a board.
And I thought this was a router, but it's not.
No. So this is what's called a quad. So this picks up, I can see. Turn it on for a wee minute. Don't want to go into it all, but basically this picks up any temperature change. You can hear all the little noises it makes. Temperature change, it picks up EMF, vibration, and basically anything that goes near it, and it'll start all singing, all dancing.
Wow, that's cool. And I thought this was a torch, but it's not.
No. So this is just a laser grid. So you can't see just now because the lights are on. And we set that up, particularly in basements. It's good in attics and things like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll shine it up there, and what we want is we want to see any change in the pattern, or what we would love to see, which we've seen a couple of times, is just a small shadow going past that obviously alters the...
So I can imagine if it's dark in the whole room, you can quite easily see that.
We had it once we investigated the building that Hess was kept in Glasgow. We're not allowed to say where it was, and we had it set up, and all 10 of us that night that were doing the investigation watched as this turned very slightly and moved round.
Yeah, it was in a holder, it was in a fixed holder.
And it started to move round.
And this is a torch?
Yes, this is our torches that we use for yes and no responses, or for asking questions.
To switch it on and off?
So we get accused of using Bluetooth and things like that. You can try it yourself. It's an
Bluetooth
army torch. It was designed for the army.
I don't think there's a Bluetooth element in it.
Then
no,
of course not easy to turn on.
But I mean, of course you're going to have your skeptics, you know, it's just the nature of it, I imagine.
Yeah, you will.
Of course.
You can see how hard it is to turn it on.
That's right,
off.
yeah.
There's no buttons or anything.
No.
And we turn it to just the cusp between on and off.
So there's just a very slight bit of minute. Okay, I like
and
it.
the theory behind it is that spirit, the energy from the spirit will ignite that little bit in the middle
Right.
and turn it on and off. So
And this is your Hellraiser box?
That's David's music box. So again, it's a 360 sensor on it. And that's the noise you hear if anything goes near it.
Yeah.
Talk about creepy.
So if anything passes within a certain range around it, it will start playing that tune.
Oh, jeez, I'm going to crap myself this evening.
Yeah, so if it's in a room on its own and it goes off.
And this is...
So these are just simple kitten balls.
Kitten balls? For actual kittens?
That's what they were designed for, and I think every ghost hunter in the land uses them now. So we'll wait till it settles, turn it on, and you leave it.
Or if it moves, right.
If it flashes,
motion
it's not
sensor.
actually very easy to get it to flash. So once it settles,
Right.
you can see.
So, and what's the kind of format do you normally follow?
I'm just going to show you that. So look, it's quite hard, so the only way you can get it to flash is actually by touching it. So if that starts flashing, great.
I mean, any of these things I'll be filling my pants easy. There's going to be dust and then there's going to be me. So the problem I have with downstairs is you can't actually stand up like very well. You'll smash your head off the... So I'm quite concerned that,
it's okay, because I'm quite short.
I'm just thinking the moment when I'm just at a flight or fight, like,
Well, the format is, on a normal event, we normally just go through a bit of grounding and protection with the guests that arrive, and then we split up. We'll split the team, because if there's 25, that's too many to walk around the one building, so we'll split you up. And first half will go with David, and David, being a psychic medium, will tell you what he's picking up on in the building.
Right.
And then, while the other team are away, I'll look after the ones with some of the crew, and we'll go through some wee bits of equipment just to pass the time, and then we'll swap, so it gives you an opportunity to see around the venue that we're investigating. Then when we come back, we split you into 3 teams, so you stay with your team all night, and you'll get to maybe work with some crew that are maybe using the board in the attic.
It's a really amazing operation you guys have got.
Yeah, some
Fantastic.
electronic stuff in the basement, and maybe other just basic calling out and listening for knocks and bangs somewhere else. Just like that, so you get a shot about 45 minutes each vigil area.
Amazing. So obviously I'm really honoured that you guys have come, and hopefully we could do loads of things and maybe get some audience participation with Paisley and stuff like that. So thanks very much. But how would people follow you if they're going to find you?
Okay, so we're on most socials, TikToks, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Under Scottish Ghost Company?
The Scottish Ghost Company.
The Scottish Ghost Company. And you have a website, www.thescottishghostcompany.co.uk. So obviously there'll be links in the video, Craig. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But no, I'm really excited, so should we get hunting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Shall we go over?
Oh, let's do it.
Oh, good. There's a big dip thing there.
Already picked up some coldness, some presence. Oh, it's quite spooky enough, isn't it? Let's turn this around. Here we go. It's definitely ticking the box of spookiness. What do you guys think?
Right, David, what are you picking up on?
There's a...
I'm going to come down a wee bit.
There's a chap down here who... I'm not the most PC person in the world, so I don't know if it's the right terminology, but he's mute. He can't speak. And I want to say he's probably about 50 years old. I want to put him to the 1940s, maybe, looking at him. And I feel as though he would have been like a cellar man, somebody that changes the barrels and keeps up with the pumps in the beer and all of the stock. The name Jim comes with him, and I feel as though although in life he would have been a very reserved person, nice enough but reserved, didn't really take much to do with anybody else, kept himself to himself. I feel as though now in his state of death, he feels very vulnerable, doesn't want to be seen, although I feel as though at times his presence has been felt down here. I also feel as though for him to, in his head, protect himself in the spirit world, he has to project this negative energy.
Right.
And I feel as though when people are down here, they'll feel that. They'll feel as though there's something very dark down here.
Where do you feel that coming from?
And it's coming from him. He's over here. Everywhere since I've been down here, when I move, it's almost like he steps back into the shadows. So when we came down the steps, there's like an archway type gap over there. That's where I first saw him, and he stood back, he withdrew, and now he's over here. He's hiding behind whatever this thing is here. And it's almost like although now he has the cut of my jib, he feels a wee bit more comfortable with us being down here. So he's kind of pulled back that negative energy.
Right.
Personally, I feel more comfortable down here than when I originally came down, and it's because of Jim projecting this.
Because he knows that we're just here.
Because he knows that we don't mean any harm. He knows that we're here just to chat and see how he is. I also am picking up on a child, a wee boy, who my terminology is Jim's alive when he lives here. This wee boy comes in and out. Excuse me, and I feel as though he belongs above. I didn't really, because I was late, I didn't really look around the street, but I feel as though he belongs. I don't know what's above the pub, but I feel as though he lives in the floors above. Right, okay, that's where he belongs. And he wanders the building.
And what do you think about that? So we were told that that room behind us is the actual, when you go towards it, you feel...
This is because of Jim.
Was that Jim?
This is Jim that's causing this.
Oh, right.
He doesn't, for his self-protection, he doesn't like people being down here. He doesn't want to be known, if that makes sense.
So none of them are bad?
No, there is absolutely nothing negative or demonic in the building. I can tell the minute I walk outside the building whether there's something dark in it, and there isn't anything here. We do have mischievous ones,
right.
And I do feel as though things are moved at times, particularly in the bar. But down here I do feel as though, particularly in this half of the cellar, I feel as though when people are down here changing a barrel, getting stock, whatever it is they're doing, I do feel as though they'll feel as though there's somebody behind them. They'll feel that whole followed type thing, as though somebody's came into their energy, and it's Jim that's doing this.
Wow. What age is Jim, do you know?
Sorry?
What age is he?
He looks to me to be in his late 40s, early 50s.
Right, wow.
And I want to put...
Being mute as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I feel as though his behaviour and spirit is purely caused by the fact that he feels vulnerable, like he did in life. Yeah, he's trying to protect himself, and that's what people are feeling down here. And when they feel as though somebody has came up behind them, it's him that's doing that.
Should we maybe go in that room? So
Yeah,
so that's like the more kind of the rooms that feel really weird.
Oh God, there's a pickaxe.
There's a pickaxe. Oh, Jim does.
Oh aye. Oh no, webs.
Was there not? There's stuff.
I don't think you'll be able to go in it anyway, David. No.
No, okay.
I think it's too... I did hear, did you hear a glass? Was there either a bottle or a glass chinking? I hope we picked that up actually, that was quite loud. No glass chinking though. And again, maybe it is. We should try.
Okay. I don't know anything about Paisley, but this room, to me, is like a bomb shelter, and I want to say, during the Second World War. I also want to say, the air in here is heavily stained with fear and with death. I don't know how to say it. It's almost like somebody has taken a massive heart attack and dropped dead in here. And because of the time that it was, people were in here with that body. I do feel it was a man, and I feel as though he's been here. He's been kept here for a couple of days, and I think that's the whole thing about this room. Right. It's really heavily stained with fear and death, and I think that's what it's been from. It's been from.
When I went in there, that's when I felt the kind of like an indigestion feeling, like
proper fear and anticipation. It's really heavily stained with that, and I actually don't think. Did you just hear a noise?
I've been hearing, I don't know if it's travelling from the bar area or not, if they're putting away glasses, but there's glasses chinking.
Really? The wee boy who comes down here, I want to say is William, and I want to put him to around about 1920, 1930. He is very mischievous. He likes people to know that he's here. And I do feel as though...
just touched Helen again.
Oh well, I was just going to say, I do feel as though people get their clothes tugged.
She's a t-shirt and her trousers.
Oh, there you go. That's what that is. That's what it is. So although he doesn't belong in this space, it does come from whatever's above the pub.
William, I think you
William.
said. William.
William, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if we get any names that David said via our ITC spirit box apps.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see if they come through.
Should we try upstairs?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll bring them down.
Yes.
Good plan.
I think I might have pressed under first. We're going upstairs.
I'm certainly not going up backwards.
So we'll go up there, and then we've got lots of equipment, so he's got sensors and stuff like that, so we'll come back down. See, the energy feels a lot more different over here than it is over there. You just...
Yeah.
It does a lot lighter.
Yeah, totally. Totally. But that's Jim that's doing that.
Manage. I see there's quite a lot of red over David's trousers. Is there anyone new?
There's a couple.
Were
There's
you
a couple of
drinking
people down
glasses
there.
up here? Were you putting bottles in a bin or anything up here? No.
I filled up my glass. Right.
No, it was like a bottle. Oh, that's okay. It's just so as we know. That's all.
Sorry, no.
That's okay. We're getting quite excited because we thought it was a glass.
So,
Right.
There's a boy that lives in the apartments upstairs. He comes down, not lives, but visits.
Right.
And the little back room at the back said was used as a World War II shelter. And someone's had a heart attack in there and they've been stuck in there with them. So the air's quite heavy in there, so that's what's feeling in there. Yeah. So, okay, what are you getting up here then?
So I've got two men and a lady. The first man I have is standing to the right hand side of that door, and I feel as though he is from sometime between 1960 and 1970, something like that. I feel as though in life he would have been a coalman, and he would be in here constantly. He would have been a regular in here, and he's basically still here because this was pretty much his life. Beyond his work and his home, this was where he felt most belonged.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Most belonged. He looks to me to be some between 65 and 70 years old, I would say. And he's got a wee flat cap on, a white shirt with the sleeves rolled up, and he's got like a kind of tan coloured trousers on. You know, the ones that are quite not flared, but they're
Quarlings?
no, they're long
wide?
trousers.
Just wide leg ones?
Wide leg trousers.
Right.
And I feel as though he, I've just had the name Robert shouted, so I think his name is Robert. He's very much here. I feel as though that he belongs, like he had his own table, and I feel as though it was over here.
Right.
And I feel as though at times when there's people in the pub and the pub is quite busy, I feel as though people will look round and they'll see him sitting there, but because the pub's busy they don't realise that he's not actually there.
Whoa.
Does that make sense?
Whoa.
Did I explain that right?
Yes.
But he's very much here. He's a lovely guy, very sociable, very, very nice. And I pretty much calls this place his home because it was for so much of his life. I have a chap who is standing over here. He looks to me to be from around 1890, 1900, sometime around then. I feel as though this chap would have been a former owner. But you know that term absentee landlord? I feel as though that's kind of what he was. Although he owned it, he didn't actually work in here. He would have been someone with means. He would have been someone with money. He would have been someone that was quite well regarded and well respected within the community. I feel as though he didn't suffer fools. He's quite tall, I would say, if not 6 foot, just under. He is dressed in proper gentleman's clothing of the time. I want to say he's got a black top hat, a black silk top hat, and would have had like a black coat and would have wore like a suit with the waistcoat and the cummerbund, if that's what they call it. And I feel as though he, without sounding disrespectful to him, I feel as though he knew who he was and he knew he was above the rest.
Right.
Does that make sense? He's very much here. He's a live one. He lives here. The same as Robert does. He's here all the time. And I do feel as though he is responsible for the noises that happen up here.
The mischievous one?
Kind of. I think he likes. I think his status when he was alive, he projects that into this dimension.
Right.
He likes the living to know that who he is and what his status is.
Still got that need to tell his presence,
Yeah,
right?
exactly that.
Right,
I do have a lady who wanders only in this half, strangely, and I don't know why. But she wanders from one side of the bar round there through this to this corridor, and then she'll wander back. Although she's another one who's here and she's a live one, she's unaware of us. She is still in her time.
Right.
I want to put her to 1915, 1920, sometime around then. She has a very Edwardian dress on that looks as though it's kind of like ivory coloured.
Right.
I would say she's in her 30s. She has her hair very tightly in a French roll at the back. I want to say the name Margaret. I feel as though she is here through grief. She's looking for someone.
Right.
I don't know whether that would have been somebody who owned here or somebody who would have frequented here, but she's wandering around this half looking for someone, and it's like she's in this.
That's the ice machine.
It's like she's in this loop.
It's actually really interesting because one of the regulars we met outside said that there was a man and woman both seen, I don't know what time period, walking from there right round.
Well,
he thought they were husband and wife.
Right, it could well be, but she's. I do feel as though she's been seen not through here, but see in this corridor section
he said,
here.
yeah, that's what he said. He said at the arch.
Right, that's where she. That's where she is.
That's what he said.
She's not interactive with us because she's not aware of us. She's still in her time,
Just stuck
and
in
she's
that loop,
stuck. She's stuck in that loop, in that emotion, and she paces backwards and forwards. I do feel as though at times you will hear his footsteps and her footsteps,
right.
and I do feel as though things get moved. So that's there the now. You go away and do whatever it is you're doing, and you'll come back and it's over there.
Oh.
It's somewhere different.
Right.
And it's these two.
100%.
It's these two that are doing this.
And what is it that gets moved? Is it?
And glasses just like.
Aye. 100%. It's the same.
It happened one night and a customer was standing there and the pint just flew off and I was holding a pint and he said to me, you know, Julie, did you see that? And I said, yeah, it's fine, it happens all the time. I said, don't worry about it. I said, there's nothing to worry about. But it was passion, like passion.
Yeah. And it's always when you don't expect it.
You know, it doesn't worry me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing bad, there's nothing evil here, no.
They live here, so you need to
That totally does, yeah.
with them, don't
I
you?
was petrified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was last. I'm like, please don't touch me.
But yeah,
Up here,
totally.
It doesn't feel like that at all.
No, it's very
It's a very
light
different
and jovial
atmosphere.
up here, yeah.
So David had said there was that back room was potentially somebody that maybe
Yeah.
used it as an ear shelter and maybe had a massive heart attack
Yeah.
in that back room, and that's what you're picking up from.
Yeah, and I feel as though the people who were sheltering from the bombs, they had to be there
Uh-huh.
for I think a couple of days while
Right.
that body was there.
Oh no.
Shame.
And I feel as though that fear and anticipation, not only because the body's there and the death of the person, but also because of the fear of what's going on in the sky,
Wow.
is
Can you imagine that?
ingrained
Yeah.
in that room.
Oh.
It's stuck in that room, and that's why you've got that fear and anticipation whenever
Uh-huh.
you have to go
That's
near it.
really
It makes
traumatic.
sense. It's a really
It's the trauma.
yeah.
Yeah,
So there's quite a lot of spirits then.
there's 5 or 6, and I do feel as though see how when you take a long exposure picture of the M8 and you see the trail of the car lights.
Yeah.
I can see that when I can see a path that a spirit walks,
Okay.
and that doorway and this half of the bar is absolutely alive with that. So I do feel as though there's a lot of people that come and go, almost like the doorway over there is like a portal. It's easier for spirit people to come in and revisit here.
Right.
So I don't feel, although the live ones that we have maybe are 4 or 5 of them, we do have a lot of visitors that come and go as they please.
Have you been regulars in the bar, or just this is a place that
Mostly,
Right,
but I
right.
do feel as though the energy in here attracts people who maybe don't have anything to do with the pub.
Wow.
They're coming in to see what's going on because they're attracted by the energy. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's a safe space or
Yes,
a welcoming
absolutely.
space?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why they're drawn to come in.
Right.
But the majority are former.
Former people.
Yeah, former people.
Should we try
Plus the
some
residents.
equipment of some kind, do you think?
Yeah, I think we should.
It has been said that the lady, the warden lady that you're speaking about, is looking for a child.
Wow. So you could even.
Oh,
She's
I wonder
grieving
if
for a
this-
child
Is
and
the wee boy?
She's looking
Uh-huh.
for a child.
I wonder if this is to do with the wee boy from upstairs.
So that's what's been like been said before, that she's grieving for a child. And looking for a
Yeah.
Well, do you know
The
what would be,
boys
do you know what would be quite nice actually if we can connect with them and David can help her
Yeah,
connect with her son
yeah.
and
Because
send
he's
them over
only.
together.
because you do see her floating, but when you see her floating about, you know that she's
lost
not
and
aware
she's-
of
oh.
you.
No, she's not aware of our dimension. She's
That's a
Whereas the
shame.
one with flat cap actively comes to the bar.
right,
That's Robert.
right. I wonder if that's Robert, the coalman.
Yeah.
I hope we can get these two
And he does
reunited
kind of
then.
hang about this area.
Right, that makes
Well-
100% sense then.
Yeah, I think we should make that our goal, try and get them to
Try and get them
get them
reunited.
reunited
What do you
and get them
think?
help.
What do you think is the next step?
No, I don't know if that's 100%, but that's.
We'll soon
that is
see, yeah, well
what's been
hopefully we
said.
can make contact
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
mother
she's
and-
unaware,
yeah.
but the wee boy is very much a live one. He's aware of us and this.
Well, he might
our
speak
dimension.
and then we'll get them together. That would be really quite nice.
That'd be
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we can.
So what would you think the next step would be?
So
The
do you
next
want to
step we'll
start
try
up
and-
here or do you want to?
I think since she's unaware of us, I think we need to try and get in touch with the wee boy William
Right,
and try and get some try and get some communication with him.
right. So we'll take some toys down.
Yeah, to see if we can make him aware of his mother.
His mum. Right.
Right, so we'll pause till we get set up. Guys, okay?
Yep, that's one case down.
Do you have your torch? We probably want to go over that area then.
I think we're going to go back to.
Actually, I don't think that's on.
Explain what this is.
Okay, so I'm going to plug in our
So we're just getting set up.
SLS camera, which is basically an Xbox camera that picks up any sort of shape.
Fact.
I'll show you in a minute, it's probably easier to explain. Yes. So what we're looking for, is sometimes the camera picks up, so say that pole, and it might show you it as a figure, and that's where a lot of people get really excited and think it is someone. It's not. So you've got to make sure you're in an area where there's nothing at all. It's just like an open door. It will pick up objects and try and map it into the shape of a person. So a structured light camera. Yeah, that's fine, thank you. Yeah.
It's yeah.
The Face ID in an iPhone usually.
It maps the light and the movement.
His nose, which is actually really hard. In fact, it's above his eyes. It's in there. Anything that passes in front of that, I'll set that dog off and it'll start rolling around, which is quite creepy when it does.
I can imagine it.
Sorry.
Walking before I left the house. Right, so we're all connected, right? That's all plugged in, not powered.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, that might be it now. You need to be quick because he might go away. There's just, it's picking up a small figure over here.
Was that me?
Yeah, that's
you, but there's a small thing.
Oh yes!
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
So it's not me, as you can see I'm moving my arms about.
Yeah, I'm behind the camera.
So it's just to prove to you it's not me, look. 2 arms are out, waving about. It's not, definitely not me.
But it's somebody near you though.
Okay, shall we start then?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so remember we need to give them about 15-20 seconds to respond, okay? So if we ask them to do anything, it might not be instant, but that's okay.
Focus really hard. Like any of the lights if you work here.
Is he gone? It feels different. Oh, there you go.
Died in battle.
So I've just said, is he going? And he said,
Battle?
He died in
The
battle.
war?
I know.
Oh my.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
You step back from that, please. Thanks for that. Step all the way back, please. Fight, died in battle.
How relevant
Thank you
is
very
that?
much. Keep going, all the way back. Thank you. Thank you.
Decay.
Decay, now. David was picking up on the
body?
the body that was in there that had been lying for a couple of days.
I wonder if this is the guy.
Okay. Could you tell us, please, sir, what your name is? If you speak into this little white light that I'm holding in my
You
hand.
look familiar.
Do I? Spirit, did you come to the end of your life in that room at the back? The shelter?
I need to warn you.
Okay, what do you need to warn us about?
Dexter.
Dexter?
Dexter, an unusual name,
That's.
isn't it? Okay, Spirit, I'm going to use something else. We might be able to hear you a wee bit better, okay? Right, so this one's going to spit out quite a lot of words, but this is where you hear all the accents and things coming through, and maybe more than one spirit at a time, because this one can be quite slow. So who do you think? I think there's more than one.
There is more than one. But we've got two over here standing back watching, and then we've got this one here.
So has wee William been pushed back a bit?
I think he's upstairs.
Okay.
Did you hear that knock? Who?
I did. I thought it was Helen. Oh,
Did it?
That's good. Can you hear that okay? Do you want it up a wee bit? Nearer you? No, I don't think so.
A bit,
Oh, there. There I'm there. Look, waving at the right hand side. Oh, there's a wee child.
There's a child's voice.
Okay, can we speak to William, please?
Oh, Campbell.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
The child's voice now as well.
Thank you. So just so you know, this floor's concrete, so there should be nothing.
No.
Nothing should be setting that off.
No. Okay, we can hear it's a child. Can you just confirm what your name is, please?
What is that?
What was that?
Somebody's dropped something by the sounds of it.
Helen, go check. We shout up last. William, did you just tap the little ball? Did you?
Yeah.
William?
Sounded like hiya. Oh my god.
What was that?
The slinky's moved one stair down.
That's what the chain noise sounded like. I just thought it was there, so Slinky fell down the stairs.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's good. William? Or to any of the other spirits? What was that? Who touched the wee metal thing on the stairs? Sounds like Dexter again.
That did sound like that.
I'm sure it said Dexter, and that's the second time we've had Dexter.
That's a really unusual name, isn't it?
Doll, where's the doll?
Okay. Spirit, can you tell me what age you are? Sounds like 8. 8 again.
I said 8.
Yeah. Okay. Which is right enough, because I would have said it was about 7 or 8. Okay. Do you live upstairs? That did sound like that.
Help. I just heard help. I definitely heard the phone and I definitely heard help. William, or whoever, Are you looking for some? Are you looking for some help?
Yeah. Just heard the name Henry.
Henry?
Are you looking for your mum? Aye.
Oops. There's a wee sweary word. Right, change this. So those noises that we're hearing direct above us, is that Julie?
Yeah.
So who do you think? What do we think of the man? Do we think his name's Dexter, or do we think it's unrelated?
It's hard to say because it came through on 2 separate devices. So it's came through on that and then it's came through on that. So that makes me think that there must be a connection to the name Dexter, whether it's a surname or a first name, I don't know.
Is there anything came up on that, Helen? I think we should do another wee bit and then move upstairs.
Yeah.
But let me just try and see if he'll speak into this for a wee, if we can hear a bit better. Okay. I keep watching that door.
Me too, I keep seeing something moving.
And I don't know whether it's just the light from Craig's camera that's... No, not at all. I'm just going to keep my eye on it, make sure it's not moving, or is it open slightly? I don't know. Has it? I thought it had a wee bit as well. Because you closed it when you came out, didn't you?
No, I was in there. Dark, and I closed it when I came out. So you just do it yourself? You decided just to go yourself? I just went in there and put lights off and I just stood there for a minute. Well, I never said it back there.
Okay, I'm just going to put it here, alright? Just so you can
Right,
see.
you see that David's not setting that music box off either. So,
Oh no, it's not been off.
Okay, we've also got a wee box that I've got in my hand. It's a light. If you want to come towards my voice and speak into it, we might be able to hear you. That might be easier. You can shout from over there. Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do you want to just confirm what your name is, please? I say just this white light that I'm holding in my hand. You come and tell me what your name is, please. I'll bring it over a wee bit.
Pressure gone.
Or can you tell me if you heard me saying our names, one of our names?
Did that just say Helen?
I think it's louder without the speaker. Do you want me to try it without the speaker and see if it's louder? I know that sounds silly, but sometimes
Somebody's
it's
just said
handy.
yes.
Yes, okay, we'll try it. We just thought because it was a bit of a pub, it might be... better, but sometimes, especially if you've got a mic on. Can you hear that okay, Craig? Is that just as loud? Hang on.
Music box.
Okay, what's the name of the spirit that's touching the music box? Me?
Oh, I heard that. It was definitely me, it said. Was that Ian?
What's better for you, Craig? It's just said Bishop.
How far are we from the Abbey?
Should have
really?
said Archbishop, actually. Would have been an Archbishop in the Abbey. Well, there you go, it's
Absolutely.
just said Archbishop.
Oh my god. And that might make sense as well with the tunnel.
And that's where the music box is going mad.
That's twice you've seen something moving, isn't it?
Not even moving, just standing there, you just catch it at the corner of the eye.
Okay, do you think we can speak to the lady who is in the bar, please?
Welcome to Spirited.
If you would rather speak to a female like Helen and myself, can you light up one of the lights, please, or touch one of the devices on the bar? Oh, Julie, all right? Oh, goodness.
Just maybe swallowed the wrong way.
I don't know. Something like that. Julie, you okay? Julie, you alright? What happened? Where are you? Are you okay? What happened? Do you think something's got a wee bit near you?
Something.
I know.
David, come here a minute.
Something was in my throat. Something.
What, round your throat?
No, it was in my throat.
Have deep breaths.
Have you got a wee glass of water?
Yeah, she's had something. Do you want a wee seat?
No, I'm fine. I'm
You're
fine.
right. What, you mean inside?
Right there.
Interestingly, when you get the word neck down there.
Downstairs, I would did.
No.
Have a wee seat. Just sit down for 2 minutes till we check you out.
I'm alright.
I know.
Just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it's if we brought her out. Because somebody's definitely at that door. There you go. They'll know you because you work here.
There's maybe somebody trying to talk to you.
I just was worried I was coughing and then it just got like, do you know, like a inside kind of.
It's like you've got a pee or something stuck in your throat.
Aye.
Right.